My name is Daniel Lees and I'm the founder of letting specialist Swift Property and the author of the Amazon bestseller The Accidental Landlord. Today I ask the question, should I rent out my home on Airbnb? I'll talk through both the pros and the cons of doing so. For the past 3 years, my wife and I have rented out our London home to fund our holidays. Although we've had the odd broken glass and one particularly annoying set of tenants who cranked up the heat to 25 degrees, overall it's been a pretty smooth ride and it's added significantly to our holiday coffers. Airbnb has enjoyed phenomenal growth in Britain and in London specifically, from 1,000 rentals per week in 2013 up to around 20,000 rentals a week in 2018. This is according to insiderairbnb.com. Increasingly, Airbnb competes with hotels and even long-term rentals. As the number of properties listed has increased, the price you can achieve on Airbnb rentals has fallen. We've definitely noticed this with our own home. But you can still earn significantly more per day than for a longer-term tenancy. And using Airbnb gives you complete flexibility and control over how and when you rent out your home, which is great. Also note, Airbnb is not the only operator in the short-term rental space. Other well-known sites that do this are booking.com, onefinestay.com, wimdu.co.uk or homeaway.com. So can I pay a firm to manage it for me? A whole industry of intermediaries has sprung up to meet the demands of homeowners who want to use Airbnb but can't be bothered to juggle cleaners, sheets, keys. Some are excellent, but others are fairly clueless fledgling companies. They won't tell you, for example, that in London rules ban you from short-letting your home for more than 90 days a year. And many cover only certain areas, such as inner London. If you plan to use one of these firms, screen them carefully and select one that is large and professional enough to manage well and be accountable if issues arise. Hostmaker and Air Sorted are two reputable firms in this space. So how much do you actually earn? We charge around £100 a night for our 2-bedroom cottage in southwest London. Deduct annual gas checks, fire safety costs, Airbnb commission, a cleaner before and after, although you can charge guests extra for this, additional insurance costs, and if you use a hosting company, their fees, which range from 12 to 20%. Finally, income tax is also due on your net profit, so that's quite a few costs. So how do I get my Airbnb listing right? The most important thing is take excellent photos of the property. This is essential to maximize your bookings. You know how lovely your home is, but if you think about it, all potential guests see is the photos. So you want them, that is the photos, to look amazing. I'd highly recommend getting a professional photographer to help with these, especially if you intend to rent out your property more than once. In some areas, Airbnb even sends a professional photographer for free. Things you should look out for. Airbnb tries very hard to get you to agree to instant booking, as this increases their booking rate and revenue. But I've felt uncomfortable with this and prefer to screen guests before I allow them to book. We only accept guests who have verified ID on Airbnb, and so that means they provided a copy of their passport and links to their social media accounts. It's weird enough as it is renting out your home to someone you don't know, and you want to know as much as possible. Also, I'd suggest setting a minimum stay of at least 3 to 4 days to make all the legwork worth it. We apply a 1-week minimum stay. So what are the risks? Yes, your home could be used as a pop-up brothel or party house, and just knowing that may be enough to put you off forever. But those cases are quite rare. The biggest risk, in my opinion, is damage or loss to your property that is not covered by Airbnb's policies or your own buildings or contents insurance. These could be significant costs. Some other risks are identity theft or highly annoyed neighbors if you rent out a flat. And overall, it may not be as profitable as you think when you deduct all the costs. Some people ask me, is it worth short-letting on an ongoing basis instead of doing normal long-term lets? Firstly, if your property is in London, you can't do this due to the 90-day annual cap on short-term rentals. But secondly, I don't recommend this to my clients because it's a lot of hassle to do year-round, and empty gaps between stays can eat into your profits. Plus, the risks are definitely greater. But for us, it's been worth Airbnb-ing our home over the holidays, and our next guest checks in this weekend.